Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I'm finally reviewing the original Master Grade Sazabi from 2000. This box is gigantic. We're going to clear it out of the way in a second and get right into the kit review. But first, I just wanted to show you for size comparison, this box next to this 1/144 scale Wing Gundam. This box is gigantic. It's basically the size of a perfect grade box. The kit itself is similar to a smaller 1/60 scale kit. It's really huge, so I'm really excited to be able to share this review with you guys. This has been a holy grail kit of mine for a long time. And yeah, what do you say we just get right into it? Okay, so one more quick thing before we jump into the review. I, of course, wanted to share the manual with you guys because this manual in particular contains some really gorgeous artwork. I mean, just look at these mechanical illustrations of the inner frame. It's so detailed. You've got that. Then you, of course, got, the basic instructions. But here you have these just absolutely fantastic watercolor illustrations of different parts of the kit. Again, going on here with the arm and the leg, and here with the backpack and the weapons. These are among some of my favorite in any manual that I've seen. So I don't know. I don't know what I have to say other than it's just really awesome. And then of course you've got these beautiful painted shots of all the accessories, everything that it comes with. And then just, continuing on the instructions until you get to the end. You've got some decal diagrams, and then you've got the back shot of the fully painted up and detailed kit, which is really great reference material for when you're painting and adding finishing touches. And of course it goes nicely with this card from the inside of the box, the one that old Master Grades used to have, showing this gorgeous detailed up and painted front of the kit, which looks really fantastic. So here we are with the snapped up kit, and guys, this kit looks fantastic. The build was fantastic. I have virtually nothing but good things to say about this kit. I highly recommend it if you can find one. Unfortunately, in the US, it is super rare. Thankfully, I was able to find it pretty quickly and easily at a secondhand store, and I got it for a really good price. I think maybe around $60 US, which is crazy considering on eBay, I think I can price check in the video, but I think it was like close to 300, 250, 300, something like that. Nevertheless, this kit is fantastic. I'm going to go in and show you some details and gimmicks in a sec, but there was only one very small section, which I'll show as well, where you would have to do any seam line removal whatsoever, and it would kind of be optional. I think there are some clever ways you could get around it, but if you just wanted to do a straight build of this kit and maybe top coat it and panel line it, I think it would still look really fantastic. But if you're going to paint it, I mean, even more so. I'm so excited to paint this kit. Yeah, just couldn't recommend it more, but let's jump into the gimmicks because some of them are really cool. Okay, the first of many gimmicks on this kit is a simple cockpit opening gimmick. You simply pull the front of the helmet forward like this and just kind of wiggle it up, and then you can push this part of the helmet down and you get access to the mono eye, which you can move around. And there's also a little pilot capsule in there. There is a pilot figure as well, but you can't see it once the kit's fully assembled. But yeah, pretty straightforward. And then you just push it back down, lift that back up, and there you go. Pretty simple, but pretty cool. Okay, so next up you have the backpack and the funnel. So the backpack opens up like so, exposing the funnels. Now, one of my few criticisms of this kit is that the inside of those funnel containers have no detail, and in addition to that, they have a bunch of these really ugly marks from the production process, so that's a bit of a disappointment, but it's a nice flat area, so it shouldn't be too difficult to add some builder's parts or just other little pieces of plot plate to just make a little bit of extra detail. Of course, the funnels themselves come out and they open up, exposing a thruster. Then you've got your little funnel like that. So it's a pretty cool gimmick, but they are a bit flimsy in there. You'll see if I just, of course now it's not happening, but they're just prone to knocking loose. There you go, and falling out like that. But if you're going to display this kit with the backpacks closed, which I'm assuming most people are, it's totally fine as long as you don't go and turn the kit upside down, in which case they will fall out. Okay, so this is not a gimmick, but this is the only other problem that I really have with this kit, and it is this shoulder pad piece. So I'm just going to talk about it because the camera's set up. So this piece, as you can see, I've attached it with some blue tack because I've gone ahead and cut out the pegs. This is the one place on the kit where there is a seam line, which is really a nice flat area, so places like that are never really difficult to clean up. But the issue is with the construction and the way that the pegs are. The only way you would ever be able to clean this and then paint it is if you were to glue everything in place, and then it would be irremovable. So what I did is I cut out the pegs and I attached the two pieces with some putty, and then eventually I will do it with glue and Tamiya putty, and then you just pop it back in place and it just sits on there. And it's not a problem at all, but it is one little minor criticism that I do have of this kit. Okay, so this last one is a bit of a silly gimmick, but I do think it's kind of fun, is that you can actually load this weapon and it makes this really satisfying clicking sound. Kind of like, I don't know, loading a shotgun or something like that. It's just kind of fun. And I don't know if it's coming through on camera, but it actually is quite loud. So just one little extra fun thing there. In terms of articulation, these shoulder thrusters move, which is nice, as well as the skirts, which are on a little ball joint. For the feet, the heel and the toe both articulate, which is really, really quite helpful for different poses. It adds a lot of stability to the kit, because see, it's wobbling like this. You just go ahead and push that down and push this down, and now it's not wobbling anymore. It's really stable. I mean, you can see it's got a little bit, but it just adds a ton of stability to the kit. Of course, everything on the backpack is with ball joints, so you can move everything around pretty much however you want, which is nice. And then one of my favorite things here is that the arms have these working pistons, which I just thought were super cool. Also, the articulation is really good. I'm going to just take the gun off. But you can really get a lot of movement out of that arm. And while we're talking arm, you've got these nice fingers which articulate. And you can do some really cool poses, like so. Or if you want to do just a nice closed fist, you can do that. One other gimmick with the hand is that this is actually a beam saber that slides out, which is quite cool. And you got your beam saber storage. I don't know if I'm going to really display this with the beam sabers out, so I don't know how often I'm going to use that feature, but it is cool that it's there. Alright, I'll try to get my light down here so you can see, but there's just a ton of underside detail on this kit, including these thrusters, which actually all articulate, which is really cool. This is actually on a ball joint. It's kind of constricted because of the shell, but these are all like individually articulating thrusters, which is just really cool. And then you can see here there's something similar on the side skirts, though these ones don't articulate other than the general movement of the side skirt. And this is the inside of the shield. I guess it would have been nice if there was a little bit more detail here, similar to how there is under the skirts with the thrusters and everything, but you can't complain because it looks nice and the rest of the kit is just so fantastic. I can't be mad. This piece does slide, which lets you articulate the shield when it's equipped, and of course you store your heat hawk here, and you've got these little, I guess, missiles down there, which is pretty cool. And of course, last but not least, you do have these different accessories here, these beam effect parts, which are quite cool. Really nice big beam effect parts, your beam sabers. You've got your little teeny tiny pilot figure here. And then what I really love is you've got your decals, but you've also got this nice set of dry rubs, which are really great in my opinion. They can be a little bit difficult to pull off a flawless application for, but when you do pull them off, it's really not that hard with some practice, they just look perfect because they're completely seamless. So really love seeing those, especially this big emblem here. Well guys, that's pretty much going to do it for my review of the original Master Grade Sazabi from 2000. I'm in love with this kit and I cannot wait to paint it up and share it with you guys. I think it's going to look phenomenal, and I also think it's going to be a pretty seamless painting experience, which I'm quite excited for. So guys, what do you think of this kit? Would you like to build this kit yourself? Do you prefer the Verka? I mean, let me know what you think in the comments. I love to hear your opinions. If you enjoyed this video as well, you know the deal. If you could give me a thumbs up or subscribe, I would super appreciate it as I'm trying to grow this channel. And yeah, more reviews are on the way. Thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate you all, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.